When are we going to be meeting each other? When are we all going to get together?
Is it that time already? I didn't even realize. Doesn't time fly by so quickly? Are we all ready for this? Is it all planned?
We've been together for so long and now we're going to get married. I almost feel like it isn't real. It feels like it isn't really happening.
I want to get married to you as soon as we can. I can't wait to start our married life together. We've been living like this for too long, and now is the time to take it to the next level. I'm actually feeling a little bit anxious about the whole thing. I hope it goes well.
You don't need to worry about a thing. There's really no need for you to feel like that. Just relax. Everything is going to be just fine. Trust me. We've been living together for a while already. It's like we're already husband and wife. It's not going to be a great change from what we have now, so you don't need to worry at all. Just relax and do what feels natural. It's all going to be just fine.
It might feel different when we're actually married to each other.
You think so?
I'm going to try and make a really good impression when I meet your parents. I'm also going to really try hard when we get married. I don't want to be taking you for granted. Let's put in the effort to make sure that our relationship goes well.
Okay, we can do that.
Something has happened. I need to talk to you. This is really bad.
What is it?
It's my mom.
Your mom? What happened? Is she okay?
She's had an accident.
What happened to her? Is she okay? Is she hurt?
I'm not entirely sure myself. I only just heard about it. She's been taken to the hospital and she's getting treatment there. Please don't let it be something bad. This isn't what we need right now.
We were going to be meeting her to sort out the wedding too, and then this happened. It couldn't have come at a worse time. You better go to the hospital soon and see what's wrong with her.
I'll go now.
How is your mom? Is she okay?
She just came out of surgery. I spoke with the doctor about it and he told me that it's going to be hard for her to walk from now on. She was really badly hurt and it's caused a lot of damage to her. I'm just praying that she can start to recover and get back some normalcy in her life. I don't want her to have to live in pain or discomfort.
It's just so terrible. Such a terrible thing to happen to your mom.
I don't think we're going to be able to meet tomorrow. We're going to have to postpone that for another time.
That's fine. We don't need to think about that. We've got other things to think about now. Your mom is the most important thing. You do what you need to do to make sure your mom is okay. Do whatever you can and don't worry about anything else. Just focus on her.
Thanks for being so understanding of all of this. You're not too disappointed, are you?
I'm fine.
We waited all this time and now it's finally happening. In the end, we just got together and had some food. I was worried that you were going to be unhappy with it all. You might have wanted something more to happen. I know that women want something high class and romantic. I feel I just didn't do that for you. I'm sorry about it. It's been hard for us these past few months, so I'm hoping we can take that into consideration.
I've always told you that I'm here for you, even when times are bad.
Are you sure you're okay with it?
It's totally fine. You've got nothing to worry about or feel bad over. You're doing your best with a bad situation. I'm here for you no matter what happens. I actually feel like we're already husband and wife. We've got to stick together. We can't let anything get in the way. I just want to have a nice event with our family. It doesn't need to be anything big. The most important thing is that it's between you and I. Then we can sign the marriage papers and that will be it. We will be officially husband and wife.
I'm going to do all I can to try and make you happy in life. I don't want you to feel sad or down about anything. I know I'm going to be able to do that. Just you wait and see. You're going to be the happiest girl in the world.
I hope so. Hello, it's so nice to meet you.
Hello, Cindy. We've heard a lot about you. So nice to finally meet you.
Oh, hello. Are you okay, Julie? You don't look too happy. Is something wrong?
It's nothing. She's fine. Julie, why don't you say hello properly? Cindy has come here to see us all. We need to be nice to her now. She's going to be marrying our son.
Hello. Come in and make yourself at home. Thank you. Are you feeling okay today? I know you've been through a lot recently. I hope you're much better than you were. I was really worried about you back then. I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen now you've walked into our lives. Will it go well or will it go badly? I'm not sure myself. We'll have to see what the future brings. Did you think I wasn't going to be cautious about this? Did you think I was just going to accept you into this house and not have any reservations? That isn't going to be the case. I think these men here don't quite understand what's going on, but I do. I know it all. Can you leave it out, please? You don't need to be like this on the first meeting. She's a nice girl, and I'm sure she's going to fit in well around here. She isn't going to cause any problems, so you don't need to see it this way. She's going to be marrying David, and she's going to make him feel really happy. I can assure you that I'm not going to be causing any trouble. I'm just not that type of girl. I'll do whatever you want me to. If you have some house rules, then I'm more than happy to follow them. It would be nice if you could look on the bright side of things. Try to see the good side in everyone. I don't know what you've heard or why you're acting like this. You need to be a little bit more open-minded when you meet new people. Cindy is a lovely girl. I know that myself. You're going to be happy with her. I'm not so sure about that. I think you're being naive. This kind of thing can cause big problems in families, and I'm going to make sure she doesn't get the better of me. She might come between me and you. I'm not going to let that happen. Nothing is going to come between me and my son. Nothing! Please don't be like this. Please. I'm not going to do that. You're starting to upset me here. Can't you be nicer to me? You haven't even given me a chance to show you how much I care. Let's just sit down together and talk. We can make it through this. I really want to get along with you and have a good relationship with you. I don't want this to start with an argument. Don't you want something nice to eat? I guess we could do that. Is she going to be okay? You did really well there. No need to worry. She's going to get used to you. Sorry she was like that when she first met you. She'll change in time. Thanks for your support. I really hope that happens. Why was she like that anyway? Did something happen? She's been having a few issues ever since she had the accident. She doesn't seem to think like she used to. She thinks really negatively about everything. I'm hoping she's going to get better in time. We'll have to see. We've had some health workers coming over to the house to help her, but it hasn't done much good. She's just as suspicious as she always was. I'm sorry about this too. I didn't mean for that to happen. I just feel bad. I feel like I caused the problem. It wasn't you. Don't think like that. She's been this way ever since she came out of hospital. I'm not sure what to make of it all. I almost feel I can't believe a word she says now. She just changed like this after the accident? That's not good. It must be hard for you to take. It's been hard for us. I'm trying to get through it. I'm going to do my best in the future to try and make her like me. I'm sure we can find a way if we really try. She gets a bit nervous when people come over to the house. That might be something to do with it. She's like this with the nurse, too. She doesn't seem to be happy with her anymore.
It started a while ago, too, and it doesn't seem to be getting better.
How is the relationship between your mom and her? Are they okay? Getting along well together?
I haven't seen any problems. They seem to be okay when I'm here. I'm not sure what happens when I'm not here. Things might not be what they seem. You hear about it a lot these days. Nurses mistreating patients. It got me a bit worried. I was even thinking about getting CCTV installed in the house.
I'm sure there's nothing bad happening. Maybe she just needs some time to get better. The accident must have been a real shock for her and she needs some time to recover. I'm okay with it all. I can cope. I have no doubt that she's going to get used to me after a while, and this is all going to blow over.
That's right. Listen to Cindy. She knows what she's talking about.
What is it? What happened?
What are you doing here? Did I want you to come over? Can't you just leave me alone and get out of here? I don't want to be disturbed by you.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I can't believe this. I didn't think this was going to happen.
What happened?
Why are you asking me about this? I don't know. I'm not the head of the household. They told me that she was going to be a nice person, but she really isn't. She's getting worse and worse, and I almost can't stand it myself. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't take it from her. She's so aggressive and rude. She doesn't want to listen to a word I say.
What happened here? How did it get so bad? You can't leave her.
She's been getting more and more angry and making wild accusations against me. She thinks I've been stealing things from here and putting too much salt in the food. I didn't do anything. She's losing her mind and things are only getting worse. I'm not going to be working in this house anymore. I want respect and I'm not going to tolerate this. This woman is just unbearable, and I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I don't want to live with this level of stress and abuse. I've come here to help you and try to make you happy, and this is how you treat me. It is not allowed, and I'm not going to sit here and let it happen. I'm leaving you, and I'm not going to come back. You're going to have to find someone else to look after you.
Please don't go. I don't know what we're going to do without you. Who's going to look after her?
She just wants to blame other people for her mistakes. She doesn't want to accept that she's in the wrong. I've known all this for a long time now.
What are you talking about?
If my husband came back here, he'd be smiling and laughing about all this. He's happier with her than with me. He only has eyes for her. I'm in a wheelchair now, and no one even cares about me. Are you trying to get rid of me? You don't want me to be here. That's what my husband wants. I know it. He wants to be with her and not me.
Is it really that bad for you? Has this woman really been unkind to you? Are you really this angry about it all? She's here to help you. She didn't do anything wrong.
Don't you believe me? You think I'm telling lies? I'm being neglected here, and you think I'm making it all up. I'm not.
I'm not saying that you're telling lies. That wasn't my intention. I didn't want to accuse you of making things up. I think that maybe you're just exaggerating what's going on. No one is trying to do you any harm. We're all here to help you.
Even my own husband doesn't care what happens to me. How did this happen to me? How did I end up in this position?
Try not to get so upset over all this. I'll talk to the nurse and see what she has to say about it all. I know that she's been trying to help you and that she didn't want to make you feel bad. Maybe we need to put in some more effort to try and make you happy. I don't want you to feel so upset about anything.
It's no use. I've been bullied. I've been mistreated and neglected. I've been put in this terrible place and there's no way out for me. How can anyone make this any better?
Oh no, this is really bad. I can feel how upset you are and how much this is hurting you. I'm going to try and do my best to make things better for you. I'll do what I can. Harry, how is your wife? Is she okay?
We've changed the nurse and now she seems to be a bit better. She doesn't seem as angry as she once was.
That's really good. I was so worried about the whole thing. She really wasn't happy about it all. I worry about what that nurse was trying to do. Do you think she had some bad intentions? I'm not sure exactly what was going on, but it can't have been good. No wonder she was in such pain over her situation. The whole thing must have been breaking her down inside. I don't know what to say about this right now. I don't know what I should have done.
Did she tell you that I cheated on her with that nurse? Is that what she was trying to say to you?
Cheated? I didn't think of that. Well, maybe that's what she was trying to say. It seemed she was worried that woman was going to take her place. She felt that you didn't care about her and you were trying to get rid of her.
I don't know what to say about this. I knew she was saying that and I don't know why. It wasn't done on purpose. I just happened to meet that woman. Nothing was going on. I was just talking to her because I wanted to say thank you for what she had done. She wasn't trying to steal me from my wife or anything like that. She was reading far too much into the situation and being paranoid. There was really no need for it. I'm not happy about this whole thing. But what can I do now?
Is that how it happened? I didn't know myself. I didn't want to pry into your personal matters. If there's something going on between you and your wife, then that's for you to sort out.
I'm worried about my mom. She's really changed so much and I want her to go back to how she was. I don't want her to be like this. She's always accusing people of things they didn't do. I hope you're being honest here, Dad. Of course I am! How could you not believe your own dad? I've even been leaving the house before the nurse comes in the morning and coming home after she leaves. I'm not even going to be there when the nurse is there looking after Julie. That way there won't be any misunderstandings. We won't even meet each other, and so there shouldn't be any problems.
That's really nice of you. You clearly care about your wife and how she feels. The most important thing is that she feels comfortable. If you can do that, then it's going to help the situation a lot.
If things can settle down and maybe even return to normal, then I'm going to be a really happy man. I don't want all this stress and I don't want these arguments.
Do you remember what you said that last time?
What do you mean?
You were talking about CCTV. You thought about getting it installed in your house. If you put some cameras in your house, then we'll be able to know for sure what's going on there. If something happens again in the future, then we'll know about it. It's a really good idea. You can watch over your family members or pets when you're not there. It might sound a bit extreme, but it's becoming more and more common these days. I've seen some CCTV systems online and they look really good. I think you might want to consider this so you can watch over your wife. If she starts to get upset again, then we'll know if anything has been happening to her. What do you think about it? Am I being crazy, or is it a good idea? It's a great way for you to get peace of mind.
Sounds like a plan to me. I think we should go through with it. There's no harm in being safe. You've got to know what's going on. I'm happy with that too. It's not spying on someone, it's just watching to make sure they're safe. I had a really great time this evening. I've not been to a nice restaurant for so long. It's just what I needed, to be honest. There's nothing better than some food to make you feel better.
You're right about that. I needed that too. I feel much better now.
What's this? My dad is calling me. I wonder what he wants.
Answer it and see what it is.
I'll put the speakerphone on so we can both listen. Dad, what is it? Go home right now! Dad, what's going on?
Is he there? Did he just put the phone down like that?
What is going on right now? He could have at least told me what it was. I hope it isn't something serious. Probably something to do with Mom again.
We better get over there as soon as we can. We don't want to leave him waiting when it might be something urgent.
Mom! Dad! What is going on here? Are you okay? We got here as soon as we could. You got me all worried then when you phoned me. I thought you might be in big trouble.
You're just going to be quiet and not do anything. You're not going to help me at all. You don't even care about me. What is it? What happened? Can you calm down for a moment and tell us what happened? We're here now, and we're going to help you. We want to get to the bottom of this and make things better. You're going to have to be calm with us. How could this be allowed to happen?
What is it? What are you talking about? Can you explain to us in detail, please?
I don't know what to say about it all. She can't seem to take it. I'm really sorry about this, Cindy. We've been through several nurses in the last few days alone. The first one was here for a day. The second two could only last for half a day before they ran off. They clearly didn't want to be here with her and had to get away. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. It's just getting worse and worse. I can't take it any longer. We need to sort this out and start to have a normal life. I don't want to go on like this.
It's your fault that these things keep on happening. It's not me. I'm really not sure what you're talking about. We didn't do anything to you. We're trying to help you. You think this is funny, don't you? You're all laughing at me.
Nothing bad has happened to you. You're making it all up. You're talking complete gibberish. I've shown you the video and you saw that nothing happened.
You need to calm down. If you don't, then your blood pressure is going to go up and it's going to be really bad for you. Try to be as calm and as peaceful as you can. Now and all the time. I will not forgive anyone for what happened. I will not sit here and accept this. Well, this is really something, isn't it? She's really not a happy person. I wish I could change things, but it seems there's not a lot I can do.
Is she in there now? Has she gone to sleep?
Yeah, she's gone to bed. What is going on here? What are we going to do?
Have a look at this.
What is it? What do you want to show me?
It's the video from the CCTV I set up in the house.
What is this? What is Mom doing to the food?
It looks like she's putting some salt in it. I think she was trying to ruin it. The food was for the nurse. I don't think she ate it after that. After the nurse went, I had a look at the video and saw this. I couldn't believe my eyes at first, but what I saw is true. Why is your mom doing this? What has come over her? If only I knew, I could try and make things better. I've really got no idea at this point.
Is it ever going to end?
Have a look at this. It's a bag that the nurse left behind. She forgot to take it when she left. I've made sure that I don't bump into these women. I get up early in the morning and go to work. I don't come home until late either. There should be no room for a misunderstanding. She's demanded that I don't talk to them at all. It's completely unreasonable if you ask me. Since the rumors started, it's been hard for me. I get the feeling that people are looking at me.
Why did this have to happen to my mom? She was doing so well and now all this has happened. I wish we could go back to the time before the accident. Everything was better back then. Now we've got all these problems to deal with and it seems like there's no end in sight.
Let's try to think of more positive things. You two are going to be getting married soon. That's something we can look forward to. You two will formally be husband and wife after all this time.
That's right.
Why don't we have a meal to celebrate next week? As soon as you've signed the marriage certificate, get straight over here and we can have a celebration. It's not going to be a big thing, but as long as we're together, then we're going to have a good time. We don't want this to get in the way of us all having a happy life. It would hurt me so much if you two didn't finally make it and become husband and wife. I want you to spend more time with me, too. I don't want to be on my own.
Oh, really? Well, what about your wife? Is she going to be here? Are you going to send her to an old person's home?
We're not going to be doing that. That's too much for us right now. My mom doesn't have dementia. She's just a bit old. We can look after her here in our own home.
That's not what I meant. I don't want to get rid of her either. I know how much she means to you and how much you want to look after her. Whatever you think is the best way, I'm happy with that too. I just thought you might want her to get some help. It might be difficult to give that to her here.
Since the accident, she's become a little hysterical. I don't know what to do with her. I'm starting to worry that her mental health might be deteriorating. She might be losing her mind and it's going to be much harder for us to care for her. What the best course of action is, I really don't know.
She seems to be suffering from delusional jealousy and it seems to be getting stronger. I'm not sure what the best thing to do is either. She might have got something wrong with her because of the accident she had. It might have had a negative effect on her mind. I'm worried that it might get worse as time goes by. We really need to try and help her.
If you come here to help out, then it might make things better. I think she might need you more than she needs me. I can't seem to help her, but you seem to know what to do. If you could care for her, then that might help to improve the situation.
You want me to help? I'm flattered by this, but I don't think it's the right thing for me to do. I work a long way from here, and it would be difficult for me to work and care for your wife. I'm not sure I'm qualified to do that either. It's not something I have experience of. It might be better if you get professional help from someone that really understands the human mind.
Couldn't you cut down on work or leave there altogether? I could give you some money if you come here to care for her. She's your mother-in-law. You should have a strong desire to look after her.
It's not just a money problem. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not a medical professional, and trusting this task to me might just lead to more problems. I might make the whole thing worse, and we wouldn't want that. If she needs help, then you need to get someone who really knows what to do. I'm just not that person. I don't want to give up my career over this. I'm sorry about it, but it's not something I can do.
You don't have to be so blunt in your refusal. He's only asking you a question. You must care about my mom. You must have feelings for her. Looking after my mom is one of the most important things we should do. Don't you agree?
It might be better if we talk about this later. I can't really think straight now. So much stuff has happened and I'm really tired. I don't want to be thinking about this right now. It's too much of a burden for me.
When are you going to go back to my dad's house? Sometime soon.
What do you mean?
My dad wants you to go over there and live with him. You said that we were going to talk about it another time. Is now the time to talk?
I said we could talk about it another time. I didn't say I agreed to the idea. You shouldn't go making decisions about me like that.
But my mom's in a really bad way. I thought you were happy to do it. She had a really bad accident and her life hasn't got back to normal. She's in a wheelchair now and she needs someone to look after her. Isn't it a good idea if you do that? You could act like her daughter. You could treat her like she's your own mom.
I feel really bad for her. I do. I felt that way ever since the accident happened. I really care about her and I want her to be happy, but I just don't know if I'm the person who should be looking after her. You seem to have made this decision without my agreement. I'm not happy about that.
Can't you change your mind on this? You'd be really good at it.
I just don't want to spend my life looking after your mom.
You're going to be able to live with my dad. He's going to give you anything you want. It's going to be just like a job, and you're going to be rewarded accordingly. You're not going to have to pay any rent. My dad's got it all sorted. My dad is going to be paying for food, too. Don't you think this is going to be good for us? I think we could really benefit if the two of us went and lived with my dad. You'd have to look after my mom. It might be hard at first, but I'm sure you'd get used to it and enjoy it.
You think that's going to be good for us? You think that's what I want to do? How can you even think this? I don't want that kind of a life at all.
What's wrong with it?
Your mom hasn't exactly been nice to me when I've gone over there to see her. I don't see why it would get better if I moved in with her. I don't want her treating me like trash all the time. Look at what happened to the nurses. They all walked out. She's going to be like that with me, too.
It's not going to be that bad. You're her family. She's going to be nicer to you.
What are you talking about? Why can't you face reality? You know how bad it's going to be for me. Just look at your mom and the way she behaves. It's going to be hell on earth if I have to live with her. She's been really rude and aggressive with the nurses. She's going to do exactly the same to me.
Don't be so rude when talking about my mom. She isn't that bad. Why are you trying to make it seem like she's losing her mind? She's having a few problems, but it's not that bad. She isn't that ill.
She needs to go and get proper help from a psychologist. She clearly has some kind of a mental problem and it needs proper medical intervention. You can't just leave her with me and think that it's all going to be okay.
She had a bad accident and it shocked her. That's why she's being like this. She just needs some time and some rest and she's going to get better. Why can't you accept that? She doesn't have a serious problem. You're just making that up. How would you feel if I made those accusations about your mom? How would you feel if I accused her of having mental problems?
Do you honestly think that there's nothing wrong? You think this is normal? Look at the way she treats your dad. The two of them are really not getting on well together. She's losing her mind and she's becoming more and more paranoid all the time. It's not normal and it's not healthy.
How can you say all this? How can you say such negative things about my mom? It's my mom! You know how much I love her and care about you. You can't say this. It's not true.
Why are you getting so emotional about this? Why can't you see things for how they are? You need to be a little bit more mature and accept what's going on.
You need to make some kind of an effort to try and get to know my mom. You can go and visit her and get used to her. I know things will get better after a while. If you move in with her, it doesn't have to be forever. Just a few years. You can look after her until we find some other arrangement for all this. It doesn't have to be permanent. You'd be really helping us with this, so please change your mind and do what me and my dad want.
Why don't you think about what I want? Why do you only think about yourself? Where did you go? I just went to the store to buy something. What about Harry? Where is he? I don't like it when he goes off like this. I never know what he's up to. He's gone for a hike today. He's going to be getting back later. You don't need to worry about him. We can have a good time here without him, and then we can see him when he gets home. What are you doing getting dressed like that? Are you going to be meeting someone? What do you mean? I'm not going anywhere. Is it because you've come here to see Harry? Is that why you're wearing all this makeup? Why did you have to put so much lipstick on? What's going on here? It's nothing special. That wasn't what I was trying to do. If you don't like it, then I can take it off. Every time you see Harry, you're so happy. You're smiling and laughing. I'm not so sure about all this. Something might be going on in the background that you're not telling me about. You've got no reason to be this happy. What kind of a woman is this happy when she meets an old man? What's going on in your mind? There's really nothing going on in my mind. Nothing at all.
Mom, we're back.
That was a tough hike. I'm tired now.
Come on in. You must be so tired after all that walking. You must need a rest and something to drink. There's some refreshments in the kitchen. Go and get them. Do you want me to do that? That's a good idea. You go and get the drinks and snacks. We can all eat them together. You're not tired, so you can do it. I don't want Harry to do anything more. He needs to rest. What's the relationship between your mom and your dad? Are they married? Did your dad have an affair with your mom? Affair? No. What makes you think that? Why did you suddenly start talking about that? I'm just looking at you, and you seem to act like a woman who might try and steal someone's husband. That might have been what your mom did. I thought you might have got it from her. It didn't happen like that at all, and no, I'm not a woman who might do that. You've clearly misunderstood something. I'm not sure where you're getting these ideas from. You think I don't notice? You think I can't see what's going on? I can see you flirting with him. You clearly like him and you want to steal him from me. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm far too clever for that. I've got my eye on you. I just want you to know this. You're not going to get away with a thing. I honestly don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what makes you think this, but it isn't true. I'm here to care for you and nothing else. I'm not so sure. I think you're here to try and take my husband away from me. That's what all you women have been trying to do. You're really getting carried away here. Nothing like that is going on at all. He's not here right now, so I can't meet with him anyway. This is really such a crazy thing for you to think. There is nothing going on at all. Please accept this and move on.
How do you feel about meeting my mom each week? Are you happy about it? I can tell that my mom really likes it and she's starting to get better. You're having a really positive impact on her.
I'm not so sure about that.
You don't think so? Aren't you enjoying yourself with her? She's really happy about it. All you need to do is tidy the house a little bit. You don't even need to cook. We can get some food delivered to the house. It's not going to be that much work for you.
Is that what you think?
What do you mean by that? You don't seem to be too happy here. Is there something you want to tell me?
You seem to know how your mom feels, but you don't seem to care that much about me.
What's this all about? Are you really not happy here? You don't have to ruin the mood like this. Try to see the good side of it all. You're going to get to spend time with my mom and she's going to get someone to care for her. It's going to be good for both of you. Oh, I just remembered something. I left something in the car. I'll have to go and get that now.
Talk to me right now and tell me the truth. What do you want to know? Where have you been with your father-in-law? What have you been doing? I can see it in your eyes. Something has been going on and I want to know what it is. Please don't start with all this again. I've really got no idea what you're referring to. I've not been anywhere with your husband, so please don't start making these accusations again. You stole my son and now you're trying to steal my husband too. I know what women like you are like. One is not enough. It's never enough for you. You just see things and then you try to take them. You're going senile as you get old and you've started to have crazy thoughts. None of this has happened and there's no reason for you to think it has.
What's going on here? Are you two okay? You don't seem too pleased with each other right now.
What's going on now? I hope you're not arguing again.
She insulted me! Why did she do that? She's always so mean to me. She hates me.
She insulted you? Really?
I can't stand this woman! I can't take her anymore! She's driving me mad with her idiotic accusations. Why do I have to be here with her?
Don't talk about my mom like that. What's wrong with you?
Your mother is crazy and she's getting worse and worse. I don't want to have to spend any more time with her. She keeps accusing me of doing things I didn't do and I don't want to have to face it again. If you want her to be cared for, then why don't you do it yourself? I don't want to be a part of this. Every time I'm alone with her, she starts to act like this. She's rude to me and then she starts insulting my mom too. No member of my family is safe from her and her wild thoughts.
This isn't the right way to talk about your mother-in-law.
This is not my mother-in-law. What are you talking about? I'm not even married yet. How can I have a mother-in-law? You and I are not that close. I don't have to look after her for you. I've had enough of it all, and I'm getting out of this while I still can. From now on, you and me are no longer together. I'm leaving you, and I'm never coming back. I can't let my life slide away like this. I'm not going to waste my life looking after this old woman.
You can't say that. You and me are stronger than this. We can make it through this. If you leave us, then who is going to look after my mom? Are you trying to tell me that you don't want me anymore? You want to be away from me? I can't believe it came to this. I thought you were better than this.
Why should I do this? Why should I look after her? If you want someone to care for her, then why don't you do it yourself? I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm getting out of here. Maybe you need to get one of those nurses back here to help you out. It seems no one likes your mom and no one wants to look after her. Do it yourself. I'm worried about how my life is going, and I know it's time for me to make some changes. I can't go on and not take some chances. I want to be happy in my life, and this isn't enough for me. This just isn't going to do it. I've got to get out of here. Nothing is going to get in my way.
You're going to break up with me? You're going to leave me? Is that what you really want? You're not ready to put in some effort to try and make this work? You just want to walk away after all we've been through together.
You're leaving me with no choice. It's the only option for me right now. I'm just happy that we haven't got married yet. I'm happy it didn't get that far. It's going to make the whole process easier for me. I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going to leave. You won't have to deal with me anymore. If you've got problems with this, then you're going to have to look at the CCTV. Everything your mom has said to me has been recorded on that. There's no use in trying to deny it. She's the reason why all this is happening. If only you'd have been nicer to me and listened to me. This might not have happened. We could have had a great future together, but you cared about your mom more than you cared about me.
Wait, don't go. We can talk about this and work something out.
It was all caught on camera, and there was no use trying to deny any of it. She was in the wrong, not me. She was the one who was abusing me, not the other way around. They had to give me a lot of money when I left them. If they didn't, then I wasn't going to stay quiet about what their mom did. We can consider this to be a kind of compensation for me after going through all that. I took the money on the condition that I never talk about it again. I'm happy with that. I don't want to talk about it anyway. I never want to think about that ever again. After I left, they sent her to a nursing home. It seems he wasn't prepared to look after her himself. That's what they wanted me for. She doesn't get to see them very often now. It must be quite lonely for her. When Harry goes to the old person's home to visit, his wife is still full of suspicions about what he's been doing. She's still convinced that someone is trying to steal him from her. I heard she even became aggressive with the nurses in that home and she had to be moved to a mental hospital. She's been locked away there so she can't hurt anyone and she can't hurt herself. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.